Hi, it's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and here on YouTube you know me as Epic Fantasy, and this is another installment of my series of videos on tools and tips for arts and crafts and hobbies. And in this video I cover hot wire foam cutters, everything you ever wanted to know about them, and hot knives too. Dioramas, origami, catapults and trebuchets, telescopes, terrariums, bonsai trees and paper games, swords and shields and real blacksmithing, model rockets, animation. I teach the art of real creation. StormTheCastle.com. Let's make something. In this video, I will cover 4 different tools: the traditional hot wire foam cutter, large hot knife, the Styrofoam Cutter, which I love. I also call it the hot wand, and the small hot knife. So let's launch into it, and we're going to start with the hot wire foam cutter. It's really very simple setup. It's got a length of nichrome wire that gets hot when electricity is run through it, a button that you push, and a transformer. That's it. And that button you push is spring loaded. It's only on as long as you're holding the button. So let's do it. Plug it in, get yourself some foam, and then depress and hold the yellow button. Now you can sculpt foam, and all different kinds of foam too. It's really neat. You don't have to wait for it to heat up. It gets hot pretty fast, maybe a second. And you can do a lot of things with it. Like, look, I'll show you just a little bit here. You can also do beveling, like that. I love this tool. Use it all the time. If you follow my channel, you know I love this tool. And it cuts all different types of foam, as do all of these tools that I'm going to show you. And the secret there is in these 2 collars. And the wire goes through, see the 2 holes in that collar? The wire feeds through those holes and goes across from one tine to the other. But let's say you broke the wire and you need to replace it. So this is what you do. Let's do that. Cut off the wire and then remove the excess, the little bits from inside the holes there on the collars. And then grab yourself a length of new wire that is nichrome wire. I have links to all of the stuff on my website. The link is in the description of this video below. So now what we're going to do is we're going to feed your nichrome wire through one collar like this, and then across to the other collar. Feed it through, and then tie it around your wire with at least 3 wraps. Now pull it tight and trim it. Give yourself about 1 inch of excess. Now watch this, and here's the real secret here that I do, is with my right hand there, I am actually pulling those tines together a little bit. Pull them together and hold them, and then wrap the end of that nichrome wire around itself, so it'll knot up and tie tight. You don't need to put it in a knot. And then once you've got it at least 3 wraps, release the pressure with your right hand, and that pulls the nichrome wire taut. Now you don't want it super taut, or it'll weaken the wire. It'll be easy to break. But just some nice tautness on it, so it's straight and tight. And there you go. That's it. You've replaced the wire. You order one thing of nichrome wire, you're going to get maybe 10 uses out of it. So there's plenty of wire in those little packages. So let me show you something here about the hot wire foam cutters. Is these little collars slide up and down on the tines, and that's kind of important. We can take advantage of that. Watch, I'll show you. For instance, I'm going to slide those 2 collars down about 1 inch from the end, and then tighten them up with the knurled screws. See, it's about 1 inch from the end. So now we can actually use that to cut some very clean and crisp and accurate pieces of foam. So you place it on a table like that with the tines on the table, And now you can run a piece of foam through it and you get yourself a nice even cut to the size you want. And you can even angle those collars so the wire is angled and make angled cuts. Kind of fun. That is a hot wire foam cutter. There you go. So let's take a look at our next hot tool. This is the Styrofoam Cutter. I really like this. It makes for quick and easy sculpting of things. And it's really simple. You plug it in. It comes with a transformer. You plug it in, turn it on, and give it a minute to warm up. And then you can just go crazy carving styrofoam and pink foam and floral foam. But the big thing about it is you can do these blind holes like this. You don't have to come in from the side or the edge. You can just carve right in the center of things. And that's one of the things I like about this tool. See, now that's a blind hole. It's totally inside without a breakout. And to clean it, you use a piece of corrugated cardboard to clean off while it's still hot, to clean off the excess any styrofoam goop. So let's take a look at the large hot knife. Now this is serious business. It gets up to around 800 degrees. So this is almost like for industrial use. And when using something like this, you're going to do a lot of cutting. Make sure you use a well-ventilated area you do this in. But it's really simple. You depress the button and it heats up. It's like a trigger. And it also has guides on it, so you can adjust those guides to make more accurate cuts to a certain depth or perpendicular. Neat tool. You keep it clean with a wire brush. So let's look at the last tool. This is the small hobby knife, hot knife, which I like for detail work. You plug it in and you turn it on, and then give it a minute to heat up, excuse me. And then you can do accurate detail work. And those tips are replaceable. You unscrew the tip on that knife and you can buy new ones and replace them. So if there is one tip I can give you when it comes to using hot wire cutters and hot cutting knives and stuff like that, that's don't force the speed of it. Go nice and slow and nice and even. Allow the heat of the tool to do the work. This will make for a better cut, a more accurate cut, and extend the life of the tool. So whether you want to make castle walls, like the Storm the Castle diorama, or you want to make foam weapons, like this Kirk hammer, or maybe you're ambitious and you want to make a large-scale foam dragon. Hot wire foam cutters are really great. Hot wire tools, hot knives and hot tools are really great. Can help you to be more creative and help you to get some really interesting stuff made. Thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're a subscriber, thanks for subscribing to my channel. If you're not a subscriber, hit that button. I always have lots of fun and interesting and very creative projects. I do 2 new ones every week. As an example, here's a couple more videos you might want to watch.